I'm Kaushik Ram, and this is the Hidden Well Academy. And today what we're going to talk about is how love is not a balancing act. And we'll begin with an ancient Greek mythology. The mythology goes that there was once a king who had a very beautiful daughter. Word of her daughter's beauty had spread to both lands near and far. But the beauty was both a blessing and a curse. In fact, the king was faced with the terrible dilemma that none of the princes in the neighboring kingdoms had the courage to ask for her daughter's hand in marriage. So he prayed to the ancient gods and asked for a solution. After many nights of prayers, the god Zeus himself appeared before the king and said to the king that his request may be granted if he locks up his daughter in the highest tower of the kingdom. And he had one more request, that his daughter never asks who his husband may be. The king reluctantly accepted Zeus's offer, and so he locked up his daughter to the highest tower in the kingdom. And sure enough, that night a mysterious man appeared who the princess did not see or was familiar of what his face looked like. In fact, the princess never saw the face of her husband that night, but they had a beautiful, romantic, loving night. And next morning, when the princess woke up, her husband had disappeared, and the princess was confused, but she had had a beautiful night and went down to explain to her dad what had happened. The princess's dad, the king, he was mildly pleased, but did not question the request of Zeus that he may never know who the young prince is. And this began to happen every night ever since. And each night the princess would have the most incredible night with her young husband, but would never know who the husband is, or if it's the same person or not. And over time decided to play a trick on the princess's mind. Time confused the princess into thinking of expectation, into thinking about who this young man is, and took her away from being in this moment. So one night, when the prince and the princess had made passionate love, the princess lit a candle while the prince was sleeping and attempted to look at the face of this mysterious prince. And in that moment, the prince's eyes opened and the princess saw that it was the god Zeus himself. Zeus felt insulted by what the princess had done and immediately pardoned himself never to come back to the princess's dome again.